Hi there, welcome to Unity Insights. Starting today, I'll be launching a series of videos focused on Unity UI. For those who are not familiar with me, myself Somnath Chowdhury and I'm a professional Unity developer. In today's session, we'll explore canvas in Unity. I have created a detailed video on 4 types of Unity lights and explained the properties of them. Feel free to check it out if you are interested. Let's see in the Unity editor and explore the Unity canvas. The canvas in Unity is a fundamental component to be rendered and manage UI components. All UI component, or you can say every UI component, must be child of a canvas to be visible in your scene. If it is not inside your canvas, it will not be visible. So as of now, will be using the same scene whatever we used for our lighting tutorial or lighting lesson. Okay, so for that we'll first close the minimize. Okay, so here we'll click the minimize icon, and in your hierarchy we'll right click and go to UI, and from here we'll click on the canvas. So whenever you click on canvas, automatically a event system game object creates. So this is the object where your input system and event system will be there. So that in camera, if you have any button, any slider or anything, UI element, so that we can interact with that. So for that, this event system gets generated. Okay, now in canvas you will see so many components. Okay, there are like 4 components, you can basically say. The rect component is the 2D layout counterpart of transform component, where transform component represent 1 point, rect component represent 4 point. Like it's a triangle and it's a rectangle, and within that rectangle you can draw your UI elements. So you can see here it's a rectangle, you can see. So within this area you can draw your UI elements. So inside canvas, now you can see there are 3 options, right? So for overlay and for camera, this rect transform will be disabled because Unity will control these values. Okay, only for worldspace you will get this enabled and you can manipulate the values. Okay, first property comes render mode, and here you get 3 values, right? Whenever you create any canvas, so by default it comes with the screenspace overlay. So screenspace overlay, that means whatever you draw within this canvas, it would be drawn on top of your screen. Okay, so in front of your object. And this screen space overlay, it will be auto resize based on your screen resolution. You don't have to do manually anything. Another important thing about overlay is it can draw UI element without camera. Come, let's see with example. Okay, right click here in canvas, go to UI, and if I try creating a button, for example, now you can see a button is created in center of my screen. Okay, and I can give a name, and this is overlay button, let's say. Now if I try moving the button, now you can notice like it is in front of TV or any object, so it would be the top layer. Now let's give a name for this canvas so that we can draw other canvas as well. So this is overlay canvas, we can say. Okay, now next property is pixel perfect. So this one, to enable, if you enable it, your images will be much sharper and it can reduce the blurriness. Okay. So for example, this is there. If I try making it like this, I'm not sure how much it got sharpened, but this is for that use. Your image will be much sharper. Next is sorting order. So shows 0. So if you have same overlay canvas probably or 2 times. Okay, and in that second one your button is somewhere here. Let's try to make the button color a little different so that we can understand. Okay, and move the event system up so that we can see 2 layers. Okay, so this one is here you can see this one is layer 0, this one is also layer 0, right? But in the game view now you can see they are conflicting. In edited view the white one is in the front, but in game view the red one is in the front. Okay, this is because of that order conflict, sorting order conflict. To make it like constant, what you can do, you can make any one of these. So for the example, this red one, if I make it 1, suppose, now you can see here it changed, right? Or another example, if I make this one 1, see, now you can see here. So whichever is higher value, that will come in front of the screen, right? So that's how this sorting layer works. And the next is target display. So similar to its target display what we explained in the past, it can be shown in display 2, display 3 or something, right? As of now you can see it is not showing, but if I add one more game window here and keep it as 2, now you can see target display is showing. Another thing to note, this overlay camera does not overlay canvas does not need any camera to render, right? So for this display 2 I don't have any camera because this camera is rendering display 1. Okay, so for this there is no camera, but still you can see the UI element, right? And from here, if you don't want to see this warning, you can click on this triple dot and click on this one if no camera is rendering. Now you can see the warning is gone. Next we'll understand. Okay, let me before that delete this and close this display 2. Okay, display 1 only is showing. Next we'll create one more canvas, UI canvas. Okay, and this one would be our camera, screen space camera itself, and we'll give a name, camera canvas. Okay, this camera canvas, text screen space canvas, it requires a camera, so we'll drag and drop our main camera here. Okay, so now here you can see this is my screen space canvas. Let's select main camera, click F. Now you can see this is our canvas rectangle. Let me disable this one so that you'll get to know. Okay, this one on the screens. Okay, this one, this camera, there is a plane distance. So screen space camera, it renders like on a plane you are drawing all your UI element. Okay, and there is a distance from camera is 100, it's mentioned 100 unit, right? But my camera is so there. So what we'll do, we'll reduce the value. Now you can see it gone near to the camera. If I reduce even more, probably 5, then it might be in front of our camera. So here also it automatically changes the resolution, okay, based on your camera first term. If you select the camera, now you can see the white line. This is my canvas. Okay, if I increase the value, it will go far, but it will auto adjust the based on your camera first term. And all the UI elements within this camera will be auto scaled, okay, whenever you change the distance. So let's create one button, okay, and give some different color, probably something green. Now in this camera, as you can see, it is in front of these chairs and all, right? If I move this camera canvas a bit more, probably 7 or 8, okay, and move this UI button little down. Now we'll get to see like it's overlapping with the chair, right? Probably 10 would be a good example here, the distance. Now you can see my UI element is behind my chair. So screen space camera means any 3D object or any other object, if it is in front of that UI, okay, UI canvas, that will be rendered first. Okay, so overlap, it will be always on the top, and screen space based on your distance from camera to your canvas, and in between any 3D object or any other object is there, that will be drawn. Now next property is sorting layer, right? So if you have one more same object and this one will change to some different color, probably yellow, and let's move the button little aside. Okay, little up. At least you can see there is a overlap, right? Now what sorting layer will do, will create a, by clicking here add a sorting layer, you can add sorting layers. So suppose it's a layer 1 and layer 2 we created 2. So first one, so whichever is higher layer, that would be drawn in front of lower one. For example, for this one we'll change it to sorting layer 1 and this one will change it to sorting layer 2. Now you can see the green one came front because of higher sorting layer. As you can see, this is 0, layer 1, layer 2, right? So whichever is higher value, that will be drawn on the front. Okay, next is ordering layer. So if both are in same sorting layer, okay, so for this new layer 2, this also will change it to new layer 2. Okay, but if I want to make the green one in the front, so what we can do, we can make this layer in order, we can make this as a higher value. So now you can see this one, the value is 0, though they both are in same sorting layer, but because of ordering layer, it is drawing in the front. One more important thing about this screen space camera, that it will always be attached to the camera. So if you rotate your camera, okay, so based on your camera angle, again it will move, right? So it feels like it is attached to the camera. And the third type of camera is worldspace camera. Let me first delete this one or maybe hide this one so that we have only one camera, one canvas, right? And for worldspace canvas, again we'll create a canvas, right? And we'll give a name worlds, and from this drop down we'll change it to worldspace. This also requires an event camera, like through which this will be drawn. So we'll drag and drop our main camera, so this world canvas will be seen through main camera. Okay, now let's create a, okay, first let's try to change the camera position. Now this world camera, now you can see the rect transform is active. Okay, so here we can mention the width and size. Okay, and probably let's say 0 0. Okay, so now it is in front of our camera. Now what we can do, we can rotate it so that we'll fix it near the wall. So it is minus 90. And select this, we'll place it somewhere on this wall. So in 3D space you can place anywhere this world camera. Okay. And we'll make the width 5 something so that we'll get to know. And now here we'll add a button, Text Pro. Now in this case the button is too big, right? Let me change it to some other color, purple something. Button is too big. If you try to change it via this scale and all, it's not a good idea. because then for every game object you have to resize the button. You have a option, either you can change the button size. Now you see it's changing. If I zoom out and make you see 0.1 something, now you can see it's changing, but it's not a good idea to change like this, right? So what we'll do, we'll resize this, and in world canvas we'll change the scale by 100. So 1 by 100 it's 0.01. Now you can see it is nicely fitting within this area, right? And when you are changing this, increase the width to multiply 100 and height also 5 multiply 100, which is 500. Okay, so now you see your width is again revert back, width and height, which is like 500 by 500 unit, and you are scaling down the this canvas scale. Okay, so now whatever you create within this UI, it would be so for example, if I try to create a text, now you can see it is nicely fitting within this area. I hope you got some insight about Unity canvases. Okay. Now you can decide based on your project requirement which type of canvas would be feasible for your project. You can have n number of canvases in your project, but make sure to arrange them and maintain them properly. To know more about Canvas, please visit Unity documentation. Thank you for staying with me until the end of this video. If you still have any doubt or question for me, then please comment down below, or you can send me your query via email, which is mentioned at the bottom right corner of the screen. See you in the next video. Have a good time.